Okay, so I left Wednesday morning and it's now Monday, so I've been here a while. The trip over was about as fun as I expected. I went to bed early the night before I left, but I barely got any sleep because I was that excited and honestly kind of stressed about the trip. So yeah, I woke up feeling tired and that wasn't the best thing. The plane rides themselves went alright. I got picked up from the airport, and taken to the hotel alright, so that was good. My first difficulty was getting from the hotel the next day to the uni campus. I caught a local taxi who knew the area around the airport but didn't really know anywhere else. It was kind of funny actually. I was looking for a taxi, and two other people came up and started hassling me to get in their car and go wherever they wanted to go, or wherever, yeah, sort of hire cars. But I'd been warned about that, so I got in the first real taxi I saw, and they started arguing with her. She didn't really know where I wanted to go, so she handed me off to another taxi driver. But she wanted the full fare beforehand, and I thought it was another scam. And I wasn't exactly rude, but I did take a picture of her, made a point of taking a picture of her identity card. And, well, after that I gave her the money because I just thought I'd put in a complaint later. She handed me over to the other taxi driver and made a point of showing me a lot of the money I'd given her she gave to this other taxi driver, and he took me the rest of the way, so I felt a little bit bad about that. First impressions of the uni here. Oh, beautiful, really. I'm from Launceston campus, and it's just not as nice as it is here. Better air quality, really. It's you can see further than 2 kilometres in Australia, which is nice. But aside from that, the campus here is stunning. I spent 1 or 2 days sort of wandering around. My language partner, Marcha Lee, has been really helpful. He showed me how to. That was someone else who showed me how to get a campus card. Marcha Lee showed me how to load it, showed me where some of the canteens were, showed me where the supermarket was. Yeah, he's a really good bloke. So, moving on to the questions. What differences have I noticed from Australia? Well, I've already covered the differences in the uni. Everyone speaks Chinese here. The campus is huge. It's got like a dozen canteens and a small supermarket and a hospital, and enough accommodation for a small army. Challenges, yeah, well, I've already talked about the taxi ride story. Ambiguous situations. How does that read? Have you dealt with any ambiguous situations or situations where you felt unsure about how to respond? Maybe a dozen every hour on where I'm not sure what they're actually saying, but outside of that, no, not really. I sort of respond with most things with a sort of helpless shrug, and it gets me by. How have these differences affected your understanding of yourself in this new culture? Well, I've sort of been through all of this before when I visited Guangzhou, so it's not exactly new to me. Outside of the questions, the only other real thing is we went to, I can't remember the Chinese name, but it was either the Drum Tower or the Muslim district or both of them yesterday, which I'd say it was about a half-hour walk to the train station, and then it was, I'm not sure how long we were there. We were walking around the whole time we were there, and then the half-hour walk back. And our feet were really sore afterwards. What can I say? It's a sort of typical Asian, not even Asian really, market anywhere. The Mindle Beach markets in Darwin are pretty similar, absolutely packed full of people, a lot of really small stores on either side, some nice food, musical instruments, some nice little souvenirs for sale, as well as a lot of crap. I would have liked to check out the the bell tower itself, but maybe another time. And I don't think I actually got into the Muslim quarter itself. I'm not sure about that though. So maybe that'll also be another time. Today we did the test to determine which class we'd be placed in, and I didn't exactly do too well. I'm one of 2 people in our 15 people group who got placed in the lowest level out of 3, so that's not fantastic. But on a plus side, we have one teacher between the 2 of us, and it's 3 hours a day, 5 days a week, so I reckon we might improve fairly quickly. For the future, well, we've only been here a few days. Now that classes and everything else have been sorted out, I can start thinking about all of those other things, like finding an indoor swimming centre, getting my hair cut, and maybe thinking about some of the other things, like riding around the city walls and climbing mountains, things like that. And I'll see you next time.
Oh, right. Sorry, I really want to eat it because it's yummy.
Maybe next time you can do it alone.
If it's everyone's, someone just there.
Oh, no, I don't know.
Venture's computer.
I think I'm at your reach.
Oh, wow, okay.
It missed you.
It sounds like relay.
That's alright.
I want to go with you.
Yeah.